Well, good morning and welcome to 755 Live, about 5 minutes of what Jesus said. Rejoicing with Tina today. She's excited because she's here on time today. Glad to have you checking in, Tina. If this is meaningful to you, it would really encourage and help me if you would like this, if you share it on social media. These 755 Live segments are from our weekday Bible plan at bible.today.church, where you can find a different command of Jesus every weekday. These videos are posted on there as well, and some helpful resources to just assist us as we read the Bible together. The Jesus Saids are soundbite versions of the commands and teachings and example of Jesus. And today, we're talking about have faith. We're going to read from Matthew 21, 18 through 22, and then also read from John 15, verse 7. It looks like we're having some internet issues, so I hope that you can hear me okay. Matthew 21, 18 through 22. Now, early in the morning, as he returned to the city, he was hungry. This is Jesus. After noticing a fig tree by the road, he went to it, but found nothing on it except leaves. And he said to it, "Never again will there be fruit from you." And the fig withered at once. When the disciples saw it, they were amazed, saying, "How did the fig tree wither so quickly?" Jesus answered them, "I tell you the truth, if you have faith and do not doubt, not only will you do what was done to the fig tree, but even if you say to this mountain, 'Be lifted up and thrown into the sea,' it will happen. And whatever," it's important, "and whatever you ask in prayer, if you believe, you will receive." That's pretty powerful statements by Jesus, that we can have faith and ask, and that prayer works, and that we will receive what we ask in prayer if we have faith and don't doubt. Reading from John 15:7, Jesus said, "If you remain in me, and my words remain in you, ask whatever you want, and it will be done for you." There's an important perspective here. If you remain in me, and my words remain in you, that's when we can ask whatever we want, and it will be done for you. Following Jesus isn't our own personal gumball machine where we put a prayer in and we get out what we want. Following Jesus is remaining in him and his words abiding in us so that we know his will and his way so completely that we are living like him. Jesus only did what he saw the Father doing. He didn't just curse the fig tree randomly. That was a part of God's plan and purpose. And he said in the same way, if we abide in him, if we remain in him, and his words remain in us, then we can ask whatever we want and it will be done. Jumping up in John 15 to verse 4, he says, "Remain in me and I will remain in you, just as the branch cannot bear fruit by itself unless it remains in the vine, so neither can you unless you remain in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. The one who remains in me and I in him bears much fruit, because apart from me, you can accomplish nothing. If anyone does not remain in me, he is thrown out like a branch and dries up, and such branches are gathered up and thrown into the fire and are burned up. If you remain in me and my words remain in you, ask whatever you want and it will be done for you. My Father is honored by this, that you bear much fruit and show that you are my disciples." But it's not our own fruit. It is the fruit of remaining in Jesus. Now, after this, in John 15, Jesus goes on to talk about obeying. Faith and obedience are tied together. Faith without works is dead. If we say that we love Jesus, but we don't follow him, that's faith without works. If we're not remaining in him and his words remaining in us, we don't have access to all of the promises where we can speak something and God will provide it. Have faith. Faith is not just belief. Faith is action. Action obeying the words of Jesus. Have faith and ask. And prayer works. It's about obedience. Prayer doesn't change God. It changes us. Have faith and ask. Prayer works. That's what Jesus said. How can we put that into action today?